The Billionaire's Island Secret. My billionaire husband owned a private island in the Caribbean. He told me it was an investment property. But when I showed up uninvited, I discovered his secret: monthly parties with young models, professional massage therapists, and married businessmen. And my best friend? She was one of his regular guests. This is how I exposed a millionaire's playground and destroyed the men who thought they were untouchable. My name is Elna Morrison. I'm 42 years old, and until 6 months ago, I thought I had the perfect marriage. My husband James is 63. He's a billionaire. Real estate empire, tech investments, venture capital. Forbes estimated his net worth at $2.8 billion. We met when I was 30, working as an interior designer for one of his hotels. He was charming, generous, sophisticated. We married 2 years later in a ceremony that cost $3 million. For 12 years, I lived in luxury: Manhattan penthouse, Hampton estate, private jets, charity galas. I was Mrs. James Morrison, the billionaire's wife. But I was also lonely. James traveled constantly. Business meetings, he'd say. London, Dubai, Singapore, Hong Kong, and the Caribbean, especially the Caribbean. I bought an island, he told me in 2019. Paradise Key, small private island in the Bahamas. 20 acres, beautiful beaches, perfect investment. We'll develop it into an ultra-luxury resort. He showed me architectural plans, development proposals, investor presentations. It'll take years to build, he said. In the meantime, I'm renting it out to high-net-worth clients, exclusive retreats, corporate events, that kind of thing. It made sense. James was always investing in properties. Can I visit? I asked. Not yet, darling. It's under construction. Dust, noise, workers everywhere. Once it's finished, we'll spend every winter there. I believed him. For 3 years, I believed him. James went to Paradise Key once a month, like clockwork. Third weekend of every month, Thursday through Sunday. Client retreat, he'd explain. Corporate bonding event. Investment meeting. Always different excuses. Always believable. I stayed in New York. I had my charity work, my friends, my life. One of my closest friends was Carla Bennett. We'd known each other for 8 years. She was 35, gorgeous, a former model turned wellness consultant. Carla traveled a lot too. Retreat facilitator, she called herself. She'd fly to exotic locations to run yoga sessions, meditation workshops, wellness programs for wealthy clients. It's exhausting, but the money is incredible, she'd say. These rich people pay $10,000 for a weekend wellness retreat. We'd have lunch every few weeks when she was in town. She'd show me photos from her trips: Bali, Maldives, Costa Rica, beautiful resorts, luxury spas, happy clients doing yoga poses. I was happy for her success. I had no idea that some of those photos were taken on my husband's island. Everything changed on March 15th, 2024. I was having lunch with my friend Diane, another society wife. We were talking about our husband's travel schedules. Richard's going to Paradise Key again next week, she said casually. I froze. Paradise Key? In the Bahamas? Yes. Have you been? Richard goes every few months for these networking retreats with other businessmen. He says it's the most exclusive private club in the Caribbean. My blood went cold. Your husband goes to Paradise Key? Oh, yes. He's been going for 2 years. James Morrison's island, right? Richard says James hosts these incredible weekends. Amazing food, premium cigars, the best wines. Very exclusive, invitation only. She kept talking, but I couldn't hear anything. James's island. Other men's wives knew about it. It was a club, but James never mentioned other men, never mentioned club retreats. He said it was under construction. He said clients rented it. Why would he lie? That night, I waited for James to fall asleep. Then I took his phone. I knew his passcode. He'd never hidden it from me. Why would he? I was his trusting wife. I opened his email and searched Paradise Key. 247 emails. My hands were shaking as I started reading. Subject: Paradise Weekend. March 21st to 24th. Confirmed attendees. A list of 12 names. All men I recognized. CEOs, investors, politicians. All married. Below that, entertainment confirmed with a separate list. 12 women's names. Ages listed next to each name. 23, 25, 27, 24, 26, 22, 28, 25, 24, 23, 26, 27. All in their 20s. Next to each name: model, actress, dancer, wellness specialist, massage therapist. One name caught my eye. Carla Bennett, 35, wellness consultant. My best friend Carla. I kept reading. Subject: new girl, Sophia from Elite Models, Miami. An email chain discussing a 22-year-old model from Miami. Photos attached. Bikini shots. Measurements listed like she was livestock. She's perfect for the March weekend, James had written. Book her. Standard rate. Standard rate. I clicked on another email. Subject: Payment schedule February weekend. An Excel spreadsheet. 12 women's names. Payment amounts: $15,000, $20,000, $25,000. Carla's name: $20,000. My best friend was being paid to attend my husband's island retreats. I spent 4 hours reading emails that night. James sleeping peacefully beside me while I discovered his double life. The emails painted a horrifying picture. Paradise Key wasn't under construction. It was a fully operational luxury compound. Villa, infinity pool, spa facility, private beach, helicopter pad. Every month, James invited 10 to 12 wealthy married men. CEOs, investors, politicians. Men whose wives trusted them. And every month, he brought in 10 to 12 young women. Models, actresses, dancers. All beautiful, all young, all paid. The emails used coded language. Entertainment meant women. Massage services meant exactly what you think. Full-service wellness package meant women who would do anything for the right price. The men paid $50,000 each to attend. That's $500,000 to $600,000 per weekend. The women were paid $15,000 to $25,000 each, depending on their services. James was running a millionaire's playground, a private island where rich married men could cheat on their wives with beautiful young women, completely hidden from the world. And my best friend Carla, she'd attended 17 weekends over 2 years. That's $340,000 she'd earned, sleeping with my husband and his friends. One email destroyed me completely. Subject: Elena question. From David Chen, one of the regular attendees. James, does Elena know about Paradise? My wife's been asking questions, getting suspicious. James's response: Elena knows nothing. She thinks it's under construction. She's not the type to question me. As long as I keep her busy with charity galas and shopping trips, she's happy. Besides, what she doesn't know won't hurt her. What happens on Paradise Key stays on Paradise Key. I read that line 20 times. She's not the type to question me. He thought I was stupid, a decorative wife, too busy shopping to notice her husband was running an island sex resort. I wanted to scream. I wanted to wake him up and smash his phone into his face, but I didn't. I took screenshots of everything, every email, every payment record, every photo, every attendee list. I forwarded them all to a secret email account he didn't know I had. Then I put his phone back and lay in bed, staring at the ceiling until sunrise. By morning, I had a plan. I needed more than emails. I needed video evidence, undeniable proof. I hired Rachel Kim, the same private investigator who'd helped my friend with a prenup dispute. Tough, smart, discreet. I met her at a coffee shop in Brooklyn, where none of my society friends would see us. My husband is running a private island resort in the Bahamas, I told her. He brings wealthy men and young women there for sex parties disguised as business retreats. I have emails, but I need video evidence. Rachel didn't even blink. Men like your husband think they're invincible, she said. They believe money protects them from consequences. We're going to prove them wrong. She worked fast. Within a week, Rachel had registered a shell company in the Bahamas, created a fake identity as a luxury yacht charter operator, made contact with the staff who worked on Paradise Key. Turned out, James employed 12 local Bahamian staff, boat captains, chefs, housekeepers, maintenance workers, and they hated him. One housekeeper, a woman named Grace, agreed to talk to Rachel off the record. Mr. Morrison treats us like we're invisible, Grace said. We see everything that happens on that island. The young girls, the married men, the parties. He pays us extra to keep quiet. $5,000 bonus each weekend to maintain discretion. But you're talking to me now, Rachel said. Because my daughter is 19, Grace replied. And I think about those girls, someone's daughters, being used by those men. It's wrong. Grace agreed to help. The next Paradise weekend was scheduled for April 18th to 21st, 2024. Rachel's plan was brilliant. Grace would plant 4 tiny wireless cameras around the property: pool area, main villa living room, outdoor dining terrace, and spa building. The cameras were disguised as phone chargers and Bluetooth speakers. Impossible to detect. They'd stream live footage directly to Rachel's laptop. I'll record everything, Rachel told me. Every face, every conversation, every moment. You'll have evidence that will hold up in any divorce court. April 18th arrived. James kissed me goodbye. Business retreat, darling. Back Sunday night. Have a good trip, I said sweetly. As soon as his car left, I drove to Rachel's office in Manhattan. She had 3 monitors set up, showing 4 camera angles from Paradise Key. "Ready?" she asked. "Let's see what my husband really does on his island." What I watched over the next 3 days destroyed any remaining love I had for James Morrison. Thursday night. Arrival. The men arrived by private helicopter and seaplane. I recognized most of them. David Chen, tech CEO, married to Susan, 3 kids. Marcus Williams, hedge fund manager, married to Jennifer. Robert Keller, congressman, married to Patricia, 5 grandchildren. Thomas Bradford, real estate developer, married to Anne. And 8 others. All married, all respectable. James greeted them with champagne and cigars. "Gentlemen, welcome back to paradise," he said, arms spread wide. "What happens here stays here." They laughed, clinked glasses, relaxed. An hour later, the women arrived by boat. 12 young women, stunning, dressed in designer resort wear. Most looked barely 25. And there was Carla, my best friend Carla, wearing a white sundress, laughing as James kissed her cheek. I watched on the monitor as James gathered everyone around the pool. "Gentlemen, you know the rules. No phones, no photos, complete discretion. You paid for paradise, and paradise is what you'll get. Ladies, make sure our guests are completely satisfied. You know what you're here for." The women smiled, nodded. They knew. Friday, the parties begin. I watched it all. The pool parties, the women in bikinis, the men drinking expensive whiskey, smoking cigars, lounging like kings. The massage sessions in the spa building, except they weren't massages. The cameras showed everything. Men with women half their age. No pretense. Just wealthy men buying young women. Carla was in every scene, laughing with David Chen, sitting on Marcus Williams' lap, massaging Robert Keller's shoulders. At one point, James and Carla disappeared into a private cabana by the beach. They were gone for an hour. Rachel looked at me. "Oh, Elena, you don't have to watch this part." "I need to see everything," I said. I watched my husband cheat on me with my best friend in crystal clear high definition. When they emerged, James kissed her. Long, intimate, familiar. This wasn't a one-time thing. They had a relationship. Saturday night, the conversation. The smoking gun came on Saturday night. After dinner, the men gathered on the terrace while the women went to their rooms to freshen up. The men were drunk, relaxed, honest. Congressman Robert Keller laughed loudly. "James, you're a genius. How did you keep this place secret for so long?" James leaned back in his chair, cigar in hand. "Simple. I told my wife it's under construction. She's never questioned it. She's too busy planning charity galas to care where I really go." The men laughed. David Chen chimed in. "Same with Susan. I tell her I'm at investor conferences. She believes everything. Wives are easy to fool if you're confident enough." Marcus Williams. "The key is paying cash for everything. These girls, the travel, everything. No paper trail. Our wives check credit cards, not offshore accounts." Thomas Bradford. "And using wellness retreats as a cover is perfect. My wife thinks I come here for meditation and yoga." They all erupted in laughter. James raised his glass. "To Paradise Key, the ultimate secret, the ultimate escape, and to the women in our lives who are too trusting to ever find out." They clinked glasses. I turned to Rachel. "I want to destroy them, all of them." Rachel smiled. "We will." Sunday morning, the final piece. Before the men left, James gathered everyone one last time. Next month's retreat is May 16th. We have 3 new girls joining, Sophia from Elite Models, and twins, yes, twins, from Los Angeles. It's going to be incredible. The men cheered. "Remember, gentlemen, total discretion. We've had 3 years of perfection here. No wives know, no media knows. This is our sanctuary. Let's keep it that way." Carla stood next to James, her arm around his waist. She looked directly at one of the hidden cameras, not knowing it was there, and smiled. That smile haunted me. The smile of a woman who'd betrayed her best friend 17 times for money. I didn't tell James I knew, not yet. First, I prepared. I met with the best divorce attorney in New York, Samantha Pierce, famous for destroying cheating husbands. I showed her everything, the emails, the videos, the payment records. Samantha watched the footage, her expression getting harder with each minute. "Elena, this is the most clear-cut case of infidelity I've ever seen. You will get everything. The prenup you signed has an infidelity clause. If James is unfaithful, you're entitled to 75% of marital assets." 75% of $2.8 billion? $2.1 billion. Plus, the Manhattan penthouse, the Hampton estate, and full ownership of Paradise Key. I smiled for the first time in weeks. "Let's make it happen." But before the lawyers, I wanted one thing. I wanted to confront them myself. On that island, surrounded by their lies, Rachel helped me plan it. The next Paradise weekend was May 16th, 2024. The one James had mentioned with the new girls. I told James I was going to a spa retreat in Arizona with friends. Instead, I flew to Nassau, Bahamas. Rachel met me there with a boat captain named Marcus, a local who knew every island in the chain. "You sure about this?" Rachel asked. "I've never been more sure of anything." We arrived at Paradise Key on Saturday evening. The sun was setting, golden light across the water. I could hear music, laughter, splashing from the pool. Marcus anchored the boat in a hidden cove. Rachel and I walked up the beach toward the main villa. The party was in full swing. Wealthy men, beautiful young women, champagne, music. And there was James, sitting on a lounge chair, Carla on his lap, both of them laughing. I walked right into the party. For a moment, no one noticed me. Then, one by one, heads turned. The music stopped. James stood up so fast that Carla nearly fell. "Elena, what are you doing here?" I looked around at all of them. 12 men, frozen like deer in headlights. 12 women, confused, scared. "Hello, husband. Surprise." James tried to think fast. "Darling, this is a business retreat. I can explain." "Explain what, James? Explain why you've been running a sex island for 3 years? Explain why you've been paying young women to sleep with you and your married friends? Explain why my best friend has been your whore for 2 years?" Carla jumped up. "Elna, Don't." I held up my hand. "Don't say my name. You don't get to say my name." The men started backing away. David Chen grabbed his shirt. Marcus Williams headed for the dock. "No one's leaving," I said calmly. Rachel stepped forward, holding up her phone. "I'm Rachel Kim, private investigator. We have cameras hidden all over this property. We've recorded every moment of this weekend and the past 3 weekends. Every face, every action, every word." Panic. Congressman Robert Keller went pale. "You can't! This is illegal surveillance." Rachel smiled coldly. "Actually, Mrs. Morrison co-owns this property. She has every legal right to monitor it. But nice try, Congressman." James stepped toward me. "Elna, please, we can work this out. This doesn't have to go public." "Oh, it's absolutely going public." I pulled out my phone and opened my email, the one I'd prepared that morning. I have an email ready to send. It's addressed to the wife of every man here, the board of directors of every company represented, the New York Times, the Washington Post, TMZ, and the Ethics Committee for Congressman Keller. Robert Keller made a strangled sound. The email includes video clips, photos, and a detailed breakdown of every Paradise weekend for the past 3 years. Names, dates, amounts paid. I looked at Carla. "Carla, I included a special section about you, with a lovely video montage of you and James in that cabana. I'm sending it to your family, your agent, your clients." Carla burst into tears. "Elena, he paid me. I needed the money." "You needed $340,000 so badly that you destroyed our friendship? That you slept with my husband 17 times? She couldn't answer. I turned back to James. "Here's what's going to happen. Tomorrow morning, I'm filing for divorce. My lawyer has already prepared the papers. Thanks to your infidelity and the ironclad prenup you made me sign, I'm getting 75% of everything. That's $2.1 billion, James." His face went white. "You're also going to transfer full ownership of Paradise Key to me. This island? It's mine now. I'm shutting it down, and I'm donating the property to a women's shelter organization." One of the men, Thomas Bradford, tried to speak. "Please, my wife doesn't need to know about this. I'll pay you, whatever you want." "I don't want your money, Thomas. I want consequences." I hit send on my phone. The email went out to 47 recipients. "It's done," I said. "By tomorrow morning, all of your wives will know the truth. Your boards will know, the media will know, and America will know that the wealthy elite have been running a sex island while preaching family values." Chaos. The men scrambled. Phones appeared despite James's rules. Desperate calls to lawyers, publicists, fixers. Too late. Rachel and I walked back to the boat. As we pulled away from Paradise Key, I looked back one last time. James stood on the beach, alone, watching us leave. He'd lost everything, and I'd won. The story exploded. Billionaire's secret island exposed. Married elite caught in Caribbean sex scandal. Every major news outlet covered it. The videos I released, carefully edited to protect the young women's identities but showing the men clearly, went viral. 10 million views in the first day. The consequences were swift and brutal. David Chen, forced to resign as CEO. His wife Susan filed for divorce and got full custody of their children. Marcus Williams. His hedge fund lost 40% of clients in 1 week. His wife Jennifer took everything in the divorce. Congressman Robert Keller resigned from Congress. Ethics investigation. Lost his re-election bid. His wife Patricia took him for millions. Thomas Bradford lost major development contracts. His wife Anne kept the family business in the divorce. And James? James lost the most. The divorce took 6 months, but my lawyer Samantha Pierce was ruthless. Final settlement: $2.1 billion in cash and assets. Manhattan penthouse, worth $45 million. Hampton estate, worth $28 million. Full ownership of Paradise Key. My name cleared of any association with his scandal. James tried to fight. He hired the best lawyers money could buy. But the evidence was overwhelming. The videos, the emails, the payment records. One judge said it perfectly. Mr. Morrison, you documented your own infidelity with the thoroughness of an accountant. Mrs. Morrison's attorneys didn't even have to work very hard. James was left with $700 million. Still wealthy, but destroyed publicly. His business partnerships dissolved. His reputation gone. His social circle vanished. No one wanted to be associated with the billionaire sex island guy. Carla's life imploded too. Within days of the story breaking, her wellness business collapsed. Clients canceled. Sponsors dropped her. Her family disowned her. She tried to spin it. I was a victim. I was paid to be there. But the public didn't buy it. The videos showed her laughing, enjoying herself, actively participating. And when the full payment records came out, $340,000 over 2 years. Sympathy evaporated. She wasn't a victim. She was a willing participant who betrayed her best friend for money. That's what the headlines said. 6 months after the scandal, I heard Carla moved to Thailand. Completely broke. Completely alone. I felt nothing for her. The other women from the island fared better. I made sure of it. I hired attorneys to represent the 12 women who'd been on Paradise Key during our recorded weekends. We offered them legal protection from any retaliation, counseling services, career support if they wanted to leave escort work, financial advice. 8 of them took the help. 4 disappeared, presumably continuing the lifestyle. I didn't judge them. They'd been paid to do a job. The real villains were the married men who paid them. Paradise Key itself? I kept my promise. I transferred ownership to the Bahamas Women's Crisis Center, a charity supporting women escaping domestic violence and sexual abuse. They converted the luxury villa into a healing retreat center. Now, instead of wealthy men and paid models, Paradise Key hosts women recovering from trauma, free of charge. The infinity pool where businessmen used to drink champagne? Now it's where trauma survivors learn to swim again, reclaiming their bodies and their power. The spa building where massage sessions happened? Now it's a counseling center with licensed therapists. The beach where James and Carla had their affair? Now it's a meditation space. I visit once a year. I sit on that beach and watch women heal. And I think about how something so corrupt became something so beautiful. People ask me how I'm doing now. I'm doing better than I ever did as Mrs. James Morrison. The divorce settlement gave me $2.1 billion. I'll never have to work again. But I do work. I created the Elena Morrison Foundation, funding legal aid for women in divorce cases, especially those involving infidelity, hidden assets, and prenuptial fraud. We've helped over 400 women in the past year get fair divorce settlements. Because here's what I learned. Men like James exist everywhere. Not just billionaires. Regular men who think they're entitled to secret lives, who think their wives are too stupid or too trusting to find out. But we're not stupid. We're patient. We're thorough. And when we have proof, we're unstoppable. The other lesson? Your friends might not be your friends. Carla taught me that. For 8 years, I trusted her completely. And for 2 of those years, she was sleeping with my husband every month for $20,000 per visit. I don't trust easily anymore. But I'm also not bitter. Because removing toxic people from your life, even people you loved, is an act of self-care. James tried to contact me exactly once after the divorce. He sent a letter to my attorney. It said, "Elena, I'm sorry. I never meant to hurt you. I thought I could have both lives, the respectable husband and the island escape. I was wrong. I lost everything that mattered. You were the only real thing in my life, and I destroyed it. I don't expect forgiveness, but I want you to know I regret every moment. James." My attorney asked if I wanted to respond. "No," I said. "He doesn't get closure. He gets to live with what he did." Last month, I received an email from Grace, the housekeeper from Paradise Key, who helped us by planting the cameras. She wrote, "Mrs. Morrison, I wanted you to know what Paradise Key has become. Last week, my niece stayed there. She escaped an abusive marriage with nothing. The crisis center took her in, brought her to the island, gave her time to heal. She called me crying, but happy tears. She said it was the first time in 5 years she felt safe. You turned a place of darkness into a place of light. Thank you. I read that email 3 times, and I realized sometimes the best revenge isn't destroying someone. It's taking what they built for evil and transforming it into something good. James built Paradise Key as a playground for wealthy men to cheat on their wives. I turned it into a sanctuary for women to heal from men exactly like him. That's justice. James Morrison lives in Miami in a small condo. Small for a former billionaire, it's still 4,000 square feet. Trying to rebuild his business reputation. It's not working. He's mostly forgotten, which is the worst punishment for a man who craved prestige. The 12 businessmen, all divorced. Most lost significant wealth and reputation. Congressman Keller retired from politics in disgrace. David Chen moved to Singapore to escape the American media. Thomas Bradford declared bankruptcy after his wife took him to court. Carla Bennett, last I heard, teaching yoga in Phuket, under an assumed name. No social media presence, no wellness brand, completely erased from the life she once had. The young women. 8 are doing well. 1 became a nurse. 2 went back to school. 5 started legitimate businesses with the money they'd saved. They reached out to thank me for not exposing their identities. I told them, "You were workers. The real criminals were the men who paid you." Paradise Key. Now a healing center serving 200 women per year. Funded entirely by my foundation. Rated the #1 trauma recovery center in the Caribbean. Me? I'm 43 now, single, happy. I bought a townhouse in Greenwich Village, small compared to the penthouse, but it's mine. Every piece of furniture, every painting, every decision is mine. I'm dating again, slowly, carefully, and I'm teaching other women how to protect themselves. Last week, I gave a talk at Columbia Law School, Digital Evidence in Divorce Cases, how I used technology to expose my husband's double life. The auditorium was packed, standing room only. After my talk, a young woman approached me. She was crying. "My husband travels constantly," she said. "He says it's for work, but I found hotel charges for 2 people. I don't know how to prove what's happening." I gave her Rachel Kim's card. "Document everything," I told her. "Trust your instincts, and remember, you deserve the truth." She hugged me. These are the moments that matter. James Morrison thought he was untouchable. A billionaire with unlimited resources and a trusting wife. He was half right. He had unlimited resources, but I wasn't as trusting as he thought. The men of Paradise Key learned an expensive lesson. Money can buy secrecy, but it can't buy loyalty from everyone. And it only takes one person with courage to burn down an empire of lies. If this story touched you, please share it. Hit subscribe and turn on notifications, because every Monday I bring you stories of betrayal, justice, and women who refuse to stay silent. Remember, you are not stupid for trusting someone you love. You are strong for demanding the truth. See you tomorrow.